Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuhuvanmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So I had started Madhya in Cam Temple. I am thinking of, because they are also joining us today, I thought of continuing where okay, quickly I will show you what we have done till now. This chapter is entitled The Later Pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sutra format, as he says, Adi Lila Sutragana, Shesha Lila Mukhya Sutragana. One of the important point was this one. Please repeat this verse. Chaitanya Lila Vyasa Dasa Vrindavana Tara Ajnaya Karo Tara Uchishta Charvana. We discussed a little bit about the mood of Vrindavan, the mood of Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami in writing a Chaitanya literature, which is already written earlier by the Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is Veda Vyas. So therefore, he is taking a very careful mood in not overriding the writing of Vrindavan Das Thakur. So in order to present a reason for why is he writing, so Kaviraj Goswami has presented in a very humble mood. First he glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur's writing of Chaitanya Bhagavat and how wonderful it is. And then he says that it focuses on the childhood pastimes of the Lord more, and the later pastimes of Mahaprabhu's post-sannyas pastimes are very much wanted by the devotees. And he says that therefore I am writing, and then he presents himself in a very humble manner. So this, we spent a little time in this. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are 24 years. At the age of 24 he took sannyas, and post sannyas another 24 years, Shesha Lila. In that we have Madhya and Antya Lila. 6 years he travelled for preaching. 18 years he stayed in Puri. Yeah, this is about Nityananda Prabhu flooding prema everywhere. So, yeah, this is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sending groups, achievements of Sanatana Jiva Goswami. Just we discussed a little bit. Now I'm going ahead. I think we were here, 46 to 90. See, the title is same. You are seeing it? The 3 slides, the title is same. So this is the verse number 90, and it begins with 46. So we will go through this today. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudodaye Pushpavantau Chitrau Shamdau Tamonudau. Please read the translation, please, somebody.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all.
This is another interesting verse we read last time. Yasya prasadat agnopi sadhya sarvajnatam vrajet. Even if a person is an ignorant fool, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, he can become the all-knowing person. Sarvajnatam vrajet. Even though one may be agno api, one may be ignorant fool, by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can become practically knower of everything. Therefore he is saying, Sa Shri Chaitanya Devo me Bhagavan Samprasidatu. Therefore I am praying to the Lord, for Lord Chaitanya has costless mercy upon me. So we discussed this last time, I will not do it. Chaitanya Bhagavat glorified, and how Vaishnavas give credit to others and serve submissively the order of superiors without trying to compete or supersede. And another thing we discussed was this one, teaching is done through personal behavior. Apani acharya jive shikaila bhakti. And then here there is another point about Nityananda Prabhu. Preaching must be done under instruction apart from inspiration, which means we should have both. Internally we should be inspired to preach, and there should be instruction by a superior. Then one can preach. And Lord Nityananda was inspired to preach, and Lord Chaitanya ordered him to preach, so he preached. Before that, Nityananda Prabhu was in Vrindavan, in that Shringaravat, where he was staying in the mood of a Gopa, and waiting for Lord Chaitanya to manifest his Sankirtan pastimes. And then Nityananda Prabhu at appropriate time goes to Nandanacharya's home and hides himself. And one day Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shiva Sangha calls all the Vaishnavas and says that yesterday he got a dream where there was a golden chariot in which a very elegant looking personality wearing a blue dhoti and Angavastra with a brilliant shining face, he appeared and asked, is it the home of Nimai Pandit? Isn't it? So he was having a chariot with a flag of palm leaf. So Mahaprabhu asked him, Nimai Pandit asked him, who are you? He said, I am your brother and I will reveal myself to you tomorrow. Like that he said. So then Mahaprabhu told all the Vaishnavas, go and find out that personality. Then all the Vaishnavas went out and searched all day and came back and said, we never found such a beautiful personality whom you said. We went to all the ghats, all the marketplaces, all the homes. We didn't even leave the homes of Mayavadis also, they said. We went to all the places. We couldn't find him. So Mahaprabhu said, okay, now all of you follow me. I will reveal that person to you. So he walked like a lion, Mahaprabhu in the front, and all the Vaishnavas followed him. So the point is, only by Krishna's grace, Guru is revealed to us. And only by Guru's grace, Krishna is revealed. Otherwise, one cannot get a guru very easily in this world. Prati janme janme mata pita paya. Let us say. Every birth you get a mother and father. Even a dog has mother and father. Even a cat has mother and father. But only those who are blessed by Krishna get a guru. So therefore Mahaprabhu wants to reveal that only I can reveal the guru to you, Adi Guru. Therefore Vaishnavas follow him from behind. And then he walks in the front. And where he goes straight? Nandanacharya, Bhavan. So there Nityananda Prabhu is sitting like we sit in, you know how to sit in Vajrasan? Somebody can show a posture. How do you say? Yeah, like the Nityananda Prabhu was sitting like this. As soon as Mahaprabhu entered, Nityananda Prabhu became frozen. He was like stunned. So in order to make Nityananda Prabhu exhibit his behavior, Shiva sang a very beautiful series of verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Beginning with that. Barga Pedam Natavara Karnayor Karnikaram. That was Vibrat Vasa Kanaka Kapisham Vai Jayantim Chamalam. So he sang. So as soon as Nityananda heard that description of Krishna Balram entering the forest of Raj, Krishna playing on his flute and charming the hearts of the bumblebees and the birds and the animals and the deers and cows and calves and all the gopas and gopis. Nityananda Prabhu flew up in the air uncontrollably. He chanted and loudly singing and running back and forth, rotating, revolving. Nobody could control him. He was exhibiting a transcendental madness. So Lord Chaitanya was the one who could capture Nityananda Prabhu by his hands. And then both of them fell down to the ground. But Chaitanya fell and Nityananda fell on his lap. So all Vaishnavas commented, they joked. We have seen Anantashesh keeping Narayana on his coils. But today we are seeing that Anantashesh is lying on Narayana's lap. So in this way, for the first time, Vaishnavas got to see Gaur Nitai dancing together. The Nitai, Gaur Nitai Milan. And the conversation also is very sweet. So after that, the Gaur Nitai Milan and Lord Chaitanya ordering Nityananda Prabhu to go to Bengal and preach, all that comes after that. Mahaprabhu asked Nityananda Prabhu. Mahaprabhu wanted everybody to know who he is. Then he asked him, who are you? Where are you coming from? Then Nitai said, I heard that in Kali Yuga, Lord Krishna doesn't reside in all the different holy places. But he has taken his appearance in Gaudadesh, in Navadvip Dham. So in search of Krishna, I came here to see you. Like that he says. Mahaprabhu became very shy. Vishnu. So, in this way, Nityananda Prabhu was waiting for Nimaya Pandit to take initiation from Ishwarapuri and return back and become a Goloka haunted man and exhibit his preaching Lila, which Nimaya Pandit started when he told all his students to fold their notebooks and tie it and keep it in the side and made them all stand up and Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Bol Hare Bol Hare Bol Nitai Gaura Hare Bol Hare Bol. So that marks the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement from that point on. Then Mahaprabhu exhibited his manifest Lila in the Shiva Sangam, which is Rasastali, where he said, why only chant and dance in the day? Why do we waste our night time? Then the whole night they would have nocturnal Sankirtan also. Then after that Mahaprabhu manifested this meeting of Nityananda and ordered Nityananda to preach. So he started preaching under instruction apart from inspiration. So we will not devote time on this because last time we devoted more time. Chaitanya Seva, Chaitanya Gavo, Lo Chaitanya Naam. Chaitanya Ye Bhakti Kare, Sei Mora Pran, same one. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Say Haya Mara Prana. Preaching means Lord's glorification, not self-glorification. So Nityananda Prabhu actually considered Lord Chaitanya his life and soul. And therefore he said, anybody who accepts Lord Chaitanya's 3 instructions very seriously, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Kara Krishna Shiksha, they become my life and soul. Like that he said. In fact, Nityananda Prabhu used to say, you purchase me by following the instructions of Lord Chaitanya. Like he says, Jare deke tare kohe dante trena dhori, amare ki niyaloho, bhaja gaura hari. He says, by chanting Gaura Hari's name, you purchase me. He said. So Nityananda Prabhu preached among fallen masses, and Rup Sanatan preached among both fallen classes and erudite scholars. Then this also last time we did Nana Shastra. Nana Shastra Vicharaneka Nipana. That's what is the meaning of this. So different devotees preaching differs according to the audience, place, language, culture, education, etc. Why this point Gauranga Prabhu has made here? Because Rup Sanatan and especially Jiva Goswami, they wrote very deeply philosophical, scholarly treatises. Like Jiva Goswami wrote those Sandarbhas. On the other hand, you will see Nityananda Prabhu is preaching to most fallen people, drunkards, and people like Jagai Madai. So no problem, Vaishnavas can preach to different classes of people, and therefore their preaching style may vary also, from place to place, and to the type of audience. When you are preaching to children, you preach differently. Once somebody asked Prabhupada, can you give a class? Prabhupada said, agreed. So they brought some children. Prabhupada gave a cookie and sent them off. Prabhupada said, this is the class for them. Because that's the only language they can understand. So, therefore, for well-wisher class, you have a different type of lecture. For the youth, you have different type of lecture. So, Nityananda Prabhu's preaching was different style compared to Rup Sanatan. There is no problem, according to the Desh Kala Patra. So, this also we did that last time. Devotional is the essence of Vedic knowledge and not a sentimental activity. Yeah, we'll recite this verse. Prabhu Agnya Kailasava Shastre Ravichar Urajerani Gudha Bhakti Karila Prachar. Yeah, who has the mic with you? Let's read the translation.
The Goswamis carried out the preaching work of devotional service on the basis of an analytical study of all confidential Vedic literatures. This was in compliance with the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus one can understand the most confidential devotional service of Vrindavan.
One example I'll tell you for what the Goswamis, such a valuable work that they have done. Divya Sargadi Kartratvam Brahma Rudradi Mohanam Bhakta Prarabdha Vidvamsam. So these 3 things I will just briefly explain. He says Divya Sargadi Kartratva. In this world there are 2 creations. Primary creation is done by Mahavishnu. Secondary creation is done by Brahma. But here he says Divya Sargadi Kartratva means Krishna is the one from whom even the spiritual and material worlds emanate. He is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. He says that Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. Isn't it? And he says Brahma Rudra Adi Mohanam. He says. What is that Adi? You know Brahma Mohanam, Rudra Mohanam, Brahma Rudra also we know, Lord Shiva bewildered by Mohini Murti. But who is that Adi? That is explained by the Goswamis. This Adi means Balaram also. Even up to Balaram, Krishna has put him to bewilderment. How? In the pastime of Brahma Vimohan Lila, later part, Balaram was watching. What is this drama I am seeing? The cows are coming, running towards from the Govardhan hilltop down, feeding milk to the grown-up calves. And the men are also embracing the children and smelling the head of their boys. Wow, how did they suddenly awaken so much love? So Balaram had a little doubt. So when he asked Krishna, hey, come here, what did he do? Then he explained, Bhaiya, this is what I did. Then he says, next week, all our covered boys will come back. He tells. So these kind of things are explained by Chakravarti Thakur because we cannot even comprehend this. By Acharya's mercy, we can get entry into these Leelas. Chakravarti Thakur is saying, why Krishna put Balaram to bewilderment? Because if Balaram comes to know that Sridhama, Sudama, Madhumangal are all Krishna's expansions, then he will really feel lamentation for their separation. Correct, no? Hey, one full year I have to be separated from our dear covered boy. So Krishna made him think that they are all actual Sridhama, Sudama, Madhumangal. But now when he revealed the truth, now how much separation time he has to tolerate? 1 week only. Like that Chakravarti Thakur says. So that means we have to know. Goswamis have done such a fine analysis of how even up to Balaram is generally never bewildered. Even when Kaliya pastime, everybody was crying, weeping. Yashoda wanted to jump into the water and go and save Krishna. Everybody was catching her hands. And many covered, actually some were actually crying. Some were actually, so the three types of people who showed separation from Krishna, Balaram tackled them in 3 different ways. For example, those who were weeping, Balaram wiped their tears and pacified them by speaking. So those who were trying to jump into the Yamuna, Balaram had to practically physically stop them. And those people who were worried that something will happen to Krishna, Balaram laughed and gave them confidence that nothing will happen to Krishna. Like that. So who laughed amongst all the people there? Balaram was the only one. That means Balaram was unbewildered. But even that Balaram was put to bewilderment in the Brahma Mohan Lila. So Brahma Rudradi Mohanam, he says. And Bhakta Praramsa Vidwamsam, he says. That is the Yamaraj pastime, where Krishna and Balaram are asked by Sandipani Muni to go and fetch the dead son from the Yamaloka. So in this way, he talks about uniqueness of Krishna, greatness of Krishna. So Goswamis, they will always quote, Padme means from Padma Purana. And then in the same manner, from Bhagavate, they will quote. So they take different Puranas for referring to Padma Purana, Vishnu Purana, and then they put it all together to prove how Krishna is the supreme and Krishna's activities, how actually Vishnu's originally come from Krishna. Krishna doesn't come from Vishnu. They have shown all these things very finely. Nana Shastra, Vicharanaika Nipuna. Very expertly they have done. I also, from His Holiness Bhanu Maharaja's Nectar of Devotion book, I took one section where 64 qualities of Krishna are explained. Amazing section it is. You can read the Sanskrit verse and the translations. So it's very valuable to know the Sanskrit. For example, Krishna has one quality, Satyavak, Vividha Adbhuta Bhashavit, like Priyam Vada, and Vavaduka. All 4 are about his speech. Vavaduka means one who is a genius in speech. He speaks very little and conveys a lot. And one whose speech is so profound that for all time to come it is immortal words. Such a person is called Vavaduka. So Priyam Vada means one who speaks sweetly and even convinces the enemy to become friend. That is Priyam Vada. Who is that enemy? Kaliya. Krishna repaired Kaliya's cracked portions and then spoke very sweetly to him and Kaliya became his friend. And Satyavak means one who speaks always truthfully. One who never speaks lies. Like he promised to Kunti that I will save your sons. Kunti says even sun may become cool and moon may become hot, but your words will never go back. So he's called Satyavak. And he is called as Vividha Adbhuta Bhasha, which means one who speaks in multiple languages. He speaks in, he speaks in the animals' language. He speaks, he also birds' language. Devatas, he speaks Sanskrit language. With the tribals, he speaks in tribal language. So he knows multiple languages. So all of them are about speech. So if you know these words, it's so relishable, isn't it? So therefore, our Goswamis have done a very... Now, when they quote these qualities of Krishna, they will also bring verses from different Puranas. That's the beauty. That means for practicing devotional service, they have made our devotional service so wonderful. Because for us to read various Puranas, Upanishads, we don't have time also. So they have put it all in one place and gave the devotional service. That's what he told them. Prabhu Ajnaya Kaila Sabha Shastera Vichar Urajera Nigudha Bhakti Karila Prachar. Yeah. Please read these two lessons he has given. Yeah.
Lesson 1. The subject matter of preaching must be devotional service. The conclusion of devotional service is by Shastric analysis. Shastric analysis must be done under order of superiors.
So all the Goswamis got order from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told them that you study the scriptures and extract the essence of the scriptures. Essence of scriptures is bhakti, devotional service to Krishna. And then give it all in a very easy manner. Like you see, nectar of instruction, Upadeshamrita, starts with sense control and ends in Radha Kund. Amazing, no? Isn't it? It looks like a disciplinary book. In the beginning when you see Vacha Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam and everything. But the conclusion is, culmination is, Vaikunta, Janito, Vara, Madhupuri. It even talks comparison of the different dhams. And the ultimate is Vrindavan, and Vrindavan also Govardhan, and Govardhan also Radha Kund. There is, so in this way, although it's a very thin book, it gives the ultimate conclusions. So, and then second one.
One can understand the most confidential devotional service of Vrindavan by Shishtachar, Vichar and Prachar.
Oh, we devoted a lot of time last time for this three things. See, Shishtachar means submissiveness, Vichar is study, and Prachar is Sankirtan. So, I think here is where we left, I think, last time. Even up to this I finished last time. Correct. Even this is all over. I have done all this. Even Sarup Damodar talking. Anybody? From here only, yeah, correct? Sure? In Kunjiveri temple, you know? You heard also, okay. From here only? This one? Sarup ka hai? 72 onwards, okay. Correct, yeah. Sarup kahe aate janila tomara man. ताते जाने है तुम्हार कृपार भजन प्रभु कहे तारे आमी संतुष्ट हैया आलिंगन कैलु सर्व शक्ति संचारिया.
Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami replied to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if Rup Goswami can understand your mind and intentions, he must have your Lordship's special benediction. The Lord said, I was so pleased with Rup Goswami that I embraced him and bestowed upon him all necessary potencies for preaching the Bhakti cult.
Mahaprabhu asked Sarup Damodar, how is it that Rupa Goswami wrote this poem? He is able to exactly capture my heart. See, this is the verse he sang in the Rathayatra. Mahaprabhu sang this verse. Yah kaumarahara sayeva hivaras tayeva chaitra kshapas te chon milita malati saurabhayah prauda kadamba nilah. Anybody knows the tune of this? How to sing? All are trying different things. Very difficult words. Huh? Which one? Yeah, you sing? How you? We will follow you. Give the mic to him.
य कौमारहरस एव हि वरस ता एव चैत्रक्षपास्
यः कौमारहरस एव हि वरस् कायेव चैत्रक्षपास्
ते चोन्मीलितमालतीसौ सुरभय प्रौढा कदम्बानिलः
ते चोन्मीलितमालती सुरभयः प्रौढा कदम्बानिलाः
सा चैवास्मि तथापि तत्र सुरत व्यापारलीलाविधौ
सा चैवास्मि तथापि तत्र सुरत व्यापारलीलाविधौ
रेवारोधसि वेतसि तरुतले चेतसमुत्कण्ठते
रेवारोदसि वेतसि तरतले चेतः समुत्कण्टके. Somebody can read this translation from the CC. Just 1 minute. So 54, no? You have it? Yeah, 54. This translation of this verse. Actually, it is 54 to 58. It is. Yeah, please read that. That very personality. You have that? Take it.
That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights on the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire.
So nobody could understand what is this Reva, what is Vetasi tree. So the Malati flowers are there, the Chaitra month, and the wind is blowing. So there is no name of Krishna Radharani here. Isana in this verse. So it looked like a cinema song. So like two lovers singing. So even many devotees couldn't understand when Mahaprabhu was singing this. And later on Mahaprabhu went, to see Prabhu Swami and Haridas Thakur. At that time he saw that roof. The roof, he found a verse written in a leaf. So Mahaprabhu immediately took it and read it. And then he was amazed. Because he accidentally saw that palm leaf and he went into ecstasy. And then Lord showed it to Swarup Damodar. And this is a Bhagavatam verse, very famous verse. Ahushchate nalina nabha padhara vindam Yogeshwarair hridi vichintyam agada bodhaihi Samsara kupa patitottaranavalam Geham jushamapi manasyudiyat sadana. Very famous verse it is. Very popular verse. Oh my dear Supreme Lord, may your lotus feet awaken in our hearts. Generally, the yogis in their meditation, the yogis who are having oceanic intelligence, they meditate on you in their own hearts. But we people are Samsara Kupa Patito Taranavalama. We are actually fallen in the ocean of samsara. We are ordinary householders, tending to the children and tending to the cows and household chores and everything. So, Geham Jushamapi Manasi Udyachadvi. Nevertheless, still we have a greed in our hearts that your lotus feet should be awakened in our heart. So, it's gopis' extreme feelings of humility, considering themselves lower than the great yogis who are meditating on Lord's form in their own hearts. So that verse is given here. So, okay, we'll go back to the... So therefore, Swarup Damodar said like this. Mahaprabhu asked them, how is it that Mahaprabhu, in the previous verse he will be asking, how is it that Rupa Goswami, he has written another verse. Is that verse available here? We can check it. Rupa Goswami wrote a simpler verse. 81 is the Rahus Chaitanya Lila Padaravindam. That is given here. Yeah. Previously it's given Rupa Goswami's verse. It's here. 76. 76. Verse number 76. It's not given here. See. Priyasoyam Krishna Sahachari Kurukshetra Militas. It's different tune actually. Priyasoyam Krishna Sahachari Kurukshetra Militas. Like our Hari Parashad sings. You seen that? Tataham sa Radha. Here I put the name Radha now. Tadidam ubayo sangamas sukham. Tatapyanta kelan madura murali. Panchame jushe. Manome kalindi pulina vipinaya. Sprihayati. Read the translation. This is the verse spoken by Srimati Radharani.
My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but still I would like to go to the bank of the Yamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan.
Now it's clear now. You see, she is telling, what is this? You are wearing kavach. You are carrying a bow and arrow and a sword hanging. It's called Sharngadanva. So you are carrying all the weapons. You are in a rattling chariot, surrounded by so many soldiers with a mukut, kundal, and everything. You look like in this Aishwarya form of a king. I cannot relate with you. But where was that Lord in the Vrindavan, where the bumblebees were humming over the lotuses of, yellow and red and blue lotuses in the Vrindavan, Yamuna, where you are herding the cows and calves. And Vrindavan is a very simple rustic village. It is utterly simple. It's a very homely village. So she says, where is that place and where is this place? So better you leave this place and come back to your home ground. Come back to your home. All your devotees, Yashoda, Ananda, and your covered boyfriends, everybody is eagerly awaiting you. So now Mahaprabhu read this verse and he became thrilled because Rupa Goswami understood. So there is a elaborate explanation given further. Actually, if you go very deeply into this chapter, it will take long time. Therefore, I am referring to Gauranga Prabhu's notes. Okay, please read this 113th one.
By Lord's grace, one can understand his mind and intentions.
So Lord Krishna is mystical to the yogis and jnanis, but is merciful to the devotees, like the Prabhupada writes. So what is the meaning of being merciful? Merciful means he reveals truths to his devotees which he will never reveal to the yogis and jnanis. Yogis and jnanis are only allowed to get the superficial meaning of many shlokas in Bhagavatam. But bhaktas are allowed entry into deeper meaning. I'll tell you one example. When Lord Vishnu at the entrance to Vaikuntha arrived there and profusely praised the Brahmanas, Chatushkumaras, The Brahmanas felt very uneasy by that praise, because Lord told, it is only the dust of those Brahmanas which I took on my head, by which, my whole body became sanctified, and therefore Ganga is considered sacred, which is touching my feet. And he said, even if people offer ghee in the Yajna Kund is mouth of Vishnu, and the tongue and the fire of Yajna Kund is tongue of Vishnu. I am not satisfied. As much as when they offer the prasada in the mouth of Brahmanas, that pleases me even more, the Lord said. So, in this way, the Lord glorified the dust of the Brahmanas. He glorified the Brahmanas' qualities. So, he actually said, Lakshmi always seeks the shelter of my lotus feet, because I am seeking the shelter of the Brahmanas' lotus feet. Like that he said. So, when he said all these things, the four Kumaras got little confused, bewildered, they were looking at each other. I think the way Lord is glorifying us as Brahmanas, it appears little too much. Actually, why the Lord did, there is a very great reason for that. Because if somebody is in a very angry mood, immediately you should give him lot of respect, lot of appreciation and praise. He will immediately come to ground level. You will see that. He will become pacified immediately. If somebody is very angry, an enraged person can be easily made to cool down by praising him and respecting him and offering obeisances. Very easily you can do that. So, these four Brahmanas were special guests to Vaikuntha. So, Lord treated them as guests. Guests are to be treated more formally and respectfully. So, Lord actually, you see, Lord is so intelligent, He is so mystical. He is teaching His two men, Jai Vijay, what is the ideal behavior they should show towards the guests who come to Vaikuntha. So, they are also learning a lesson by Lord setting an example. On the other hand, the Lord is teaching the four Brahmanas, speaking to them in such a way that they felt very pacified also. They felt, an angry man gets pacified when he is respected and appreciated. So Lord gave them that type of feeling. In fact, like for example, the one life member I was telling in Kunjaberi temple, who was very angry with the life member in charge, in our room in charge, who didn't give him room. So he was so angry, he was throwing tantrums, such a big crowd came around. So I told him, आप चिंता मत करना, इसको मंदिर से निकाल देंगे. I was telling him. Then he said, इतना मत करना आप, रखिए मंदिर में, लेकिन थोड़ा ट्रेनिंग दीजिए. This, when he told me, I took him to Prasadam Hall, personally served him Rajabhog with my own hand. And while eating Rajabhog, he said, जैसे देखिए आप समझते हैं हमको ट्रीटमेंट कैसे देना चाहिए, लेकिन आपके बच्चों को भी थोड़ा ट्रेनिंग देना पड़ेगा आपको. ऐसा नहीं. I told him, I will throw him out. He said, no, don't throw out. So he himself became compassionate on that fellow. Isn't it? So basically what he needed? A hearing and respect. He needed that. So Lord Vishnu is giving that. Hearing and respect to the Kumaras also. But then he told the Kumaras that since my servants have committed this mistake, and because I am their master, so I take the responsibility for their mistake. So if need be, I am ready to even lop off my arms and give you. Very deep meaning, very mystical. What is the meaning of this? He used the word my servants. What is the meaning of that? They are mine. That means he is owning them and he is telling them, you people are not mine. I don't love you guys as much as I love these two people. Even though they might have committed a small mistake in receiving you, he wanted to tell them that actually I still have affection for them because they stopped you only under my order. Because the impersonals are not allowed entry in the spiritual world inside. That is one thing. Another thing, I can lop off my arms and give you means you guys cursed my servants to go to Bhuloka. That is as painful for me as lopping off my two arms. That is another meaning. But I am ready to do that on your order. But I request you, Brahmanas, kindly bless them that after that term in Bhuloka, they will come back to me. And that is the time the four Kumaras got a doubt. What doubt they got? You say that they committed a mistake. And you say that the punishment that we are serving them is also appropriate. But then why do you want them to come back to you again? Huh? Lord said, because they can't be separated from me, they are very dear to me. Then they understood we have committed some blunder. And Lord, then if they ask the Lord, did we commit blunder? No, 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 no. Even so, Lord speaks very mystically. His words are very mystical. So only by the mercy of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur we are able to understand it. Otherwise, we can't even get entry into this. Huh? So, yeah, very mystical speech. Huh? Very amazing. So, what was he saying here? By Lord's grace, one can understand his mind and intentions. So, Lord's intentions are so deep, but the Lord cannot hide his heart or intentions to his pure devotees. Lord is defeated by his pure devotees. You know that pastime on Paita, when all the gopis came, Krishna could have a 400 form when he escaped from the rasa dance, isn't it? And to all the gopis, Vishnu was showing, you are looking for Krishna, Krishna went that side, and all the gopis offered namaskar to 400 Vishnu and then went ahead searching for Krishna. There also, if somebody asks you who is supreme, Krishna is supreme, Vishnu is supreme, you can say, if Vishnu was supreme, then why are they offering namaskar to him and going ahead to search Krishna? That means Krishna must be supreme, isn't it? So, but then when Radharani was the last one to come because she was most frantically searching, and her eyes were shedding tears and their kajal mixed with the tears was flowing down and hair was scattered. As soon as this Narayan form of Krishna looked at Radharani, what happened? His two hands melted off. So Lord cannot hide himself to his pure devotees. He is exposed. Therefore, I told that statement Prabhupada says in one purport. He says, the Lord is mystical to jnanis and yogis, but he is merciful to his devotees. Merciful means he reveals himself. And what is the advantage of Lord revealing something to us? Anybody can say? Okay, what do you gain when Lord reveals something about such secrets to you? Yes? Yeah, our devotion increases. Yeah, you feel a very deep, sense of devotion and attraction to the Lord, and love for the Lord is immediately shoots up when that revelation is made. Oh, I never knew this. If this was the Lord's intention, I was never aware. Why the Lord did what He did. For example, therefore, when I hear sometimes lectures, I'm so thrilled. Radhagovind Maharaj sometimes opens up such, like a box, opening a box and revealing the truth. One example I'll tell you. He says, ऐसा मत सोचना कि भरत महाराज का पतन हो गया जैसे हम लोगों का होता है इस दुनिया में. अगर किसी का पतन हो गया, वो जंगल छोड़कर अपने बीवी बच्चों के साथ रहने के लिए शहर में लौट आ जाएगा. लेकिन भरत महाराज ने ऐसे नहीं किया. भरत महाराज हिरण बने, फिर भी अपने घर को छोड़ छाड़ कर, वो कलंजर पर्वत को छोड़कर पुलहाश्रम में गए. वो मतलब क्या है, उनका कृष्ण प्रेम बाहुर बढ़ गया, इसलिए पतन नहीं माना जा सकता. Neither he says, but immediately, it is so enlightening. So because in our back of our mind, we think that Bharat Maharaj fell down, correct, no? If you actually fell down, you should have become attracted again to wife and children and family. Like Prabhupada says, some Mayavadi sannyasis, they leave the mata and go to home to live with mother, father and wife and children, everything, correct? No? He says, that is actually fall down. But Bharat Maharaj went to forest. His attraction was to the deer, but he never came back home. So in this way, and Prabhupada reveals also that when some devotees apparently fall, but if their attraction for Krishna is not diminished, then you cannot call it a fall at all. If they are continuing to engage in devotion service, continuing to long for the association of devotees, and they are continuing to, their cloth color may change, but their devotional longing has not changed. Then if somebody calls them, they have fallen down, then the person who is calling, he has fallen down in his understanding. Correct, no? So therefore, we need to know the deeper secrets in spiritual life for getting clarity of philosophy, as well as to enhance our devotion. So in the same manner, here is telling that, by Lord's grace only we can understand His mind and intentions. Therefore, in the path of Bhakti Yoga, we should always live our life curiously. Curious means, one should not very firmly and confidently say that this is what I will do. We can say that this is what I am planning. Let us see what is Krishna's plan. Krishna may have something else for me, but I will try this. So devotees always know that the ultimate sanctioner is who? Krishna only. So by Lord's grace, things will be revealed. Okay, now let's go ahead. 87 to 96. Pratama Sutra Prabhura Sannyasa Karana Sannyasa Kari Chaila Prabhu Sri Vrindavana. So here the synopsis of post sannyas pastime comes, and Kaviraj Goswami in many places says that I am going to give you a synopsis of pastimes because I am not sure whether I will complete the whole book. In case I don't complete the book, you can accept it as the only whatever is available. But he completed the book at last. Yeah. Read that.
Vaishnava sannyasi detaches from material things and attaches to Krishna.
So now, in text 91 purport, Prabhupada gives beautiful difference between the two sannyasis. Please read it.
Vaishnava sannyasi. For a Vaishnava, the renounced order means completely giving up attachment for material things and engaging non-stop in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Anasaktasya vishayan yatharham upayunjatah nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchate. While a Mayavadi sannyasi, they do not know how to engage everything in the service of the Lord.
Yeah, see, the Mayavadi sannyasis, they spent all that time in only charcha of the Sat and Asat. Lot of energy time they spend in only getting a clarity of understanding. For example, Jagriti, Swapna, Shishupti, Samadhi. So, if you study the Vedanta, like, gold earring, golden necklace, and golden bangles, and gold. Now you see these four things and compare these four to, the Jagrati, Swapna, Shishupti, Samadhi. So, golden earring, golden necklace, golden bangle, that is like Jagrati, Swapna, Shishupti. And what is Samadhi? Gold, I said. So what you understand from this, even the previous three stages than the fourth one, they are all different manifestations of Samadhi only, which means the consciousness only. Consciousness manifests in a certain way in Jagrati, in certain way in Swapna, certain way in Shishupti. But in Samadhi, it is full-blown manifest. So for them, they will talk for 3-hour lecture only on this, if you see. Because understanding how the consciousness is different from the body, they spend too much of time. Why they have to spend too much of time in Shastric study and logic? In Vaishnava Siddhanta, this is a very preliminary study. Once you know you are not the body, avinashi tu tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam, you are not the body, you are the soul, then you get into the activity of the soul. That is the difference between impersonalists and personalists. Personalists actually engage in the activities of the soul. But impersonalists spend all that time in discussing how we are not the body, how we are the soul. Aham Brahmasmi. All that time goes in that. Therefore, one thing is very important. Anasaktasya Vishan verse is very important. Why? Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. Yuktam Vairagyam Uchate. In this world, we should see all the objects as usable in Krishna service, and we should accept them not for personal sense gratification, but we should engage them in Krishna service. But Mayavadis renounce the things, whereas devotees accept the things and engage it in Lord service. Yeah. The second one?
Relief from all material activities and completely devoting to devotional service.
Yeah.
Mayavadi sannyasi, material objects untouchable.
Yeah. So material externally, somebody can, like you all saw this devotee who came here, our Kala Chakra Prabhu. You heard a class? How many of you heard a class from Kala Chakra Prabhu? Yeah. It was a wonderful class. So he wears a very simple dress. He looks like a grahastha going to Infosys, working in a company. But if you see, his consciousness is constantly absorbed in Bhagavata. He came to our temple here. He was sitting in the place where they practice Mridanga Mandalana on the top. He sat there. 8 hours he was speaking Bhagavatam. Only audience was changing. So I always consider him like another Krishnanand Prabhu. He can go on and on. He keeps speaking Bhagavatam and people keep coming, different people come and go, but he can sit all day like that. So there are people, therefore we should not see the external dress and think one is inferior, one is superior. And in Vaishnava philosophy we can easily misjudge people because of the external. But what is given most important is the consciousness, state of consciousness. On the other hand, in the Mayavadi circle, grihasthas, children, old people, they are all not entertained. They worship sannyasis almost like God. And those who are Nashtika brahmacharis and those who are sannyasis all their life, only they have a place in the matha. Otherwise, there is no place for anybody else. There is no concept of anybody else staying in the matha only. Matha is only for the sadhus, like that. They are very rigid. Which means they won't take anything material and connect it to God. Rather, they will renounce the material things. You read the next one. Why?
Why false? Reality for service, not accepting anything for sense gratification but for Krishna's satisfaction. And Mayavadi, Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. The Mayavadis think that the world is false.
Srila Prabhupada says, how the world cannot be false? Because Vishnu is true. So anything that comes from Vishnu has to be also true. So matter is reality. Matter is not imagination like Mayavadis think. It is not a mithya, it is reality. But the manifestations of matter is temporary. Like for example, the cloud forms like an elephant. Sometimes the cloud changes its shape like a marble palace. So that the change of forms is illusory, but the cloud is a reality, undeniable reality. So Maya is also like that. Maya is reality, but the manifestations of Maya are temporary. So that is Vaishnava understanding. So the Mayavadi understanding is Maya itself doesn't exist. So Maya, like Brahmam Satyam, this whole Jagat doesn't exist. That is our understanding. So here he is giving the differences between the two. In what connection the Vaishnava Sannyasi talk started now? After sannyas order, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proceeded towards Vrindavan. Therefore the difference is coming. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, now you read the translation 95. Yeah.
At the house of Advaita Prabhu, he met his mother as well as all the devotees from Mayapur. He adjusted everything and then went to Jagannath Puri.
See, what he adjusted and everything, that's another place very elaborately explained. Because Mahaprabhu was supposed to go to Vrindavan, but he was diverted by Nityananda Prabhu to come to Shantipur. And Nityananda Prabhu also informed all the Mahaprabhu's intimate associates like Chandrasekharacharya, Srivas Thakur and everybody to come to Shantipur. So he called the devotees to come. He made Mahaprabhu get diverted and come back. And he didn't go personally to bring Mahaprabhu. Whom did he send? Advaitacharya Prabhu. Why? Because Mahaprabhu has a lot of respect for Advaitacharya Prabhu also. So Advaitacharya Prabhu went in the boat and Mahaprabhu was coming and then he gave him the kaupin and the cloth. And Mahaprabhu said, "Hey Advaita, you also have come here to Vrindavan. Very nice. We both are getting to meet in Vrindavan." Then Advaita told him, "What is this place?" Shantipur. And then Mahaprabhu became very angry on Nityananda Prabhu, externally angry. "Hey, this Nityananda has diverted me. He has made these coward boys tell me that this is Vrindavan, this is Yamuna. So I have been illusioned." Then Advaitacharya Prabhu told, "My dear Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan." And another some explanation he gave, one side Yamuna, one side Ganga, correct, no? After the Prayag, yeah. This side which you are there, that is Yamuna only. So, in this way, Advaita Prabhu brought him to Shanti. Mahaprabhu was not aware of anything. Anything means what? That's a Lila actually. Then he's bringing him to home. My Lord, in the home, everything is set. All Vaishnavas from Bengal have come and everybody. See, I experienced a similar thing recently. You know this Bhagavad Swagatam program I do. So I was doing in one place. And then there was another village. So they had asked me, do I prefer a train or a car? I always tell which one. Train only. But they had told, "Prabhu, we arranged a very big car. You know, a car, you have nothing to fear. Very comfortable, Prabhu. It will be nice if you come in the car. Somebody has purchased newly, please come around." Okay. So sat in the car. Then, while the car was going, they said, on the way, "Prabhu, just there is one home of a devotee, just 2 minutes visit." Just take darshan of the deities. You can take darshan of the deities and then we will take you back. Okay, I said 2 minutes is not a big deal. So they took a detour inside. We went. My Lord, there are 80 people sitting there, already ready for a program. And they have been told that Prabhuji will give a 1 hour program. That was revealed to me when? After reaching there only. Then I asked, hey, they are all having garland and everything, and a big program is set up. People are waiting, and WhatsApp messages have been sent and everything. You guys never told me. They told me, Prabhuji, if we tell you in advance, you will never come. Therefore, we thought. But now it is up to you, Prabhu. You can do whatever you want. This is called doing and informing, isn't it? Anyway, then I did the program there. It was an added program. It was not told before. So Mahaprabhu also didn't know these guys have diverted me. Already he was upset when he went to Shantipur. My Lord, he saw his mother there, Sachimata. Sachimata is there and all the Bengali Vaishnavas are there. They are all weeping. You took sannyas and without telling us. Many of them are broken-hearted. So actually Nityananda Prabhu is such a great personality. He knows how to please the Lord and his devotees by bringing them together. So the devotees will get solace by seeing the Lord, even though he is in sannyas vesh. And most importantly, amongst all of them, who is most important, who should see him? Sachimata, isn't it? And then similarly, the Lord also has a desire to meet his devotees, innermost desire. So he arranged for it, Nityananda Prabhu. Although he was willing to externally get the chastisement of Mahaprabhu. You see, very beautiful pastime it is. That's what he's saying. A devotee in renounced order must adjust things while renouncing. What is the meaning of this? Adjust is a very stout word here. The meaning is, there is one very big dialogue between Sachimata and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu tells Sachimata that actually I did a foolish thing. I left home and took sannyas without telling you. Now I am ready to give up sannyas and come back home if you want. And then she says, no, what will happen? People will say, Mother has called back a sannyasi. She said, it's not proper. You be a sannyasi. Only thing is, it's better that you stay in Jagannath Puri. So I can get regular news about you. Bengali Vaishnavas will come to Puri and often they will come and go. I'll get some news about you. Go to Vrindavan, that will be very far away from Bengal. So then Mahaprabhu agreed, okay, I will fulfill your order. But he had his innermost desire to go to Jagannath Puri because it is called Vipralamba Dham. Because in Jagannath Puri is sitting Lord Jagannath, whose eyes are dilated and great ecstatic feelings of separation in Jagannath Puri. And in Jagannath Puri we have the Neelachal and Sundarachal, taking Lord Jagannath every time from Dwaraka to Vrindavan or Mathura to Vrindavan or Kurukshetra to Vrindavan, isn't it? So the Lord is in a great feeling of separation. So Mahaprabhu wanted to go and stay there because he is in whose mood? He is carrying the bhava of Radharani. So Radharani is feeling great separation from Krishna and Krishna is feeling great separation from Radharani and Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu decided that being a Pralamdham, I want to experience the topmost feelings of separation by staying in the Dham. If you are in Vrindavan Vasis also have feeling of separation. But here, Jagannath Puri especially is a place where Lord Jagannath is residing eternally in that place. So Mahaprabhu wanted to, last 18 years he spent in that. Out of 24 years, 6 years he went to South India preaching and all that. And then 18 years he spent there. So, in this way, a devotee in the renounced order must adjust things while renouncing. So, what is the lesson, take home lesson for us? Any brahmachari who is renouncing, he should be affectionate to mother and father. At the same time, he should not compromise on his brahmacharya. That is the meaning of adjusting things. In the name of being kind to mother and father, some people give up, the renounced order and go back to home. Or in the name of being strict with parents, some people become so fanatical and hard-hearted in dealing with the parents that the parents actually, lifelong, they don't forget. Many parents curse the children. I cannot bless you, I curse you that you will never be a good brahmachari, whatever. So one has to, therefore, know the art of dealing with the parents. That is the meaning of adjusting the things while renouncing. Yeah, read it.
Lord Chaitanya asked his mother to cook for him. She agrees, forgets the shaved head. Requested his mother's permission At his mother's request, he made Jagannath Puri his headquarters after sannyas.
So Sachi Mataji folded her palms and begged the Vaishnavas, please all of you allow me to cook for my son for the next 10 days. And all the Vaishnavas immediately fell on the ground. They said, oh Mother Sachi, you are the Yashoda, you are the mother of the universe. Who are we to stop you from rendering service to your own dear son? Whatever pleases you the most, we are ready to oblige. So the behavior of Vaishnavas is high class. So in this way, Sachi Mata cooked next 10 days. Actually, even brahmacharis, when you go home, the mothers feel great satisfaction if they can cook prasad and offer us and we eat. They feel that means my son feels relationship with me. It's not that he has left me and gone. Mahaprabhu is very intelligent. He understood the sentiments of his mother and pleased her by accepting prasad from her hands for the next 10 days and spoke to her in a way that was very calming to her, pacifying to her. So this we will do next time. When we go to somebody can note down this verse number 112. I may forget, so we'll continue from here next time. Shri Prabhupada ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki. 2 minutes I can take one question. So I will continue this Madhya Lila first chapter. I'll keep going, proceeding like this here. Hyderabad I am doing from 13th chapter. Hyderabad I am doing. So whenever I go to Hyderabad, I will do from 13 to 24, 21, 13 to 21, and here I will do 1 to 12.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for that 80 people waiting wala thing, sharing. Amazing that. Just I want to know the truth. So now we were waiting here for 30 minutes. So you were stopped by other devotees or you wanted to stop because of the needs?
Actually, there was a meeting. I was planning to end the meeting by 2:10 and come here. But then the pomegranate came a little late. So I was thinking, should I renounce the pomegranate or come for the class? Sometimes I face a challenge between taking care of my health and giving out. Sometimes. So therefore, I have to learn a little more balance of time balance. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Mahansanda Prabhu. Give the mic to him.
Hare Krishna. Of course, what I'm about to ask could be considered as part of Lila, but in terms of etiquette, I'm just asking, like Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Is it proper?
In terms of the relationship,
Correct.
but Nityanand Prabhu was actually a god brother of his spiritual master.
Correct.
Ishwara Puri.
Yes.
Now, we just talked about how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had so much respect for Advaita Acharya. But in terms of relationship of Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were just like friends or the peers or the brothers.
Correct.
And there was an age difference also.
Yes.
So was it?
Nityanand Prabhu is 12 years senior to Mahaprabhu.
Yeah.
Mahaprabhu is younger to Nityanand Prabhu. But Nityanand Prabhu's relationship is totally different from Mahaprabhu's relation with Advaita Acharya Prabhu. And that is true. And so Advaita Acharya wanted to be servant of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu never allowed that. It was only in that Yoga Vasishta, when he spoke, that Lila happened. Otherwise, Mahaprabhu always gave him enormous respect as the leader of Vaishnavas. But with Nityanand Prabhu, Mahaprabhu had many casual dealings. For example, in the home of Srivas Thakur, Mahaprabhu would joke about Nityanand Prabhu also. And with all the Vaishnavas, he would call him as an avaduta. He would call him as a madman. And also he would tell Vaishnavas, once he took the copy of Nityanand Prabhu and tore it into strips and gave it to all Vaishnavas and said, if you tie it in your head, you will never become attracted by lust. Because therefore we say, Arakabe Nitai Chander, Karuna Hoibe, Samsara Vasana Mora, Kabe to Chahabe. So, in this way, Nityanand Prabhu is mad after the Lord. Sometimes Nityanand would be so madly dancing, all the clothes would fall off also. See, Lord Nityananda, Sankarshan, Anantashesh, they are all same tattva only. So therefore, Nityananda or Sankarshan's devotee Shiva also sometimes does stand out in such a way that all the clothes fly in all directions. He becomes Digambara. They sing, no? Digambara, Digambara. Isn't it one song they sing, no? Sripad? Correct. Correct. So, Shiva when he is Nataraj. So, like master, like servant. So, Nityananda also sometimes would dance in such an ecstasy, all the clothes would fly. So, Mahaprabhu would joke about him. Hey, mind your dress. All people will laugh at you. So, therefore, the relationship is like a brotherly relationship with him. Unlike the relation with Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Actually, only Mahaprabhu could control Nityananda Prabhu. Nobody else, it is said, whether it being in dancing, on the Vyas Puja day, Vaishnavas wanted, to bring Nityananda Prabhu, but he had gone to play with crocodiles. So he was always in a playful mood, isn't it? Yeah. And Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu were preaching partners together. So when Haridas Thakur is complaining about Nityananda Prabhu, he says many jovial things when he is complaining to Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Correct, no? So, Haridas Thakur has a very intimate, close, friendly relation with Nityananda Prabhu. And Mahaprabhu also, very similar. But sometimes you find Mahaprabhu giving respect also to Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. Like Govinda was also a god brother of Mahaprabhu. But on the order of, who ordered Mahaprabhu to accept? His Guru Ishwarapriya ordered him. So, accepted him as a servant. So that the relationships are becoming evident as we go through the pastimes. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. So I had one thought to check with all of you. Our Acharya Prabhu is here with us. So some devotees suggested me we could request him to do a brahmachari camp now because of coronavirus. All brahmacharis are here. 2-day brahmachari camp, and he is very expert in speaking on the topic of servant of the servant. So I wanted to check. We can keep. I had a thought. The brahmachari classes in the afternoon, the 3 to 4:30, 2 to 3:30. So 2 to 3:30 next 2 days, and along with that, we could also have one session in the morning half, which is something like 11:30 to 1, 2 days. So we give him totally how many hours? Totally 6 hours. So he is here. Acharya, very rare to get him. So we want to check how many of you are confident that you can take out this time. But when will you give? How long you are here? Yeah? All trains are cancelled. He's saying all trains are cancelled for you.
At least till 31st I am there. So no.
Correct. Acha. Today is 23rd. I can.
You are giving till Thursday class, no? Maybe.
No. I can give. I am a Pune man only. I can always give in future also. Because getting you is not very easy. You come here. So, and also our classes are generally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Only 4 days only we have. And then next few days we don't have. So I thought I'll make this camp in. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah? So can you do Wednesday, Thursday? 2 days? Acharya, I will do tomorrow.
What I can do is my health is also little bit this thing, so I can give one brahmachari class instead of morning evening.
Okay, no problem. Then tomorrow onwards 3 days you will give.
Day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow you can give.
So today and tomorrow I am giving. Next 2 days you give. 3 to 4:30. Sorry, 2 to 3:30.
Yeah, day after tomorrow and.
Okay, that is Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, we will not keep our brahmachari sangha separately. We will all come together. So when Haribol for Acharya Prabhu, Haribol! So I heard him speak on the topic of servant. I was completely moved. Such a deep realization he has. After his 2 classes, you will not leave him. You are going to catch him and say, Prabhu, you have to give some more. You will see that. So let us hear from him. Haribol.